want you to listen to this. Now, this is a documentary. Now, in a little bit, I'll tell you the name of this documentary. But listen to this. This is crazy. Listen, I beg you. I'm begging you to listen to this. Please. I mean, you know, if I have to get on my hands and knees, please listen. And action. That's if the play will work right. There we go. Be patient. The moon.
3, 2, 1,
Listen.
0.
Don't leave me. Please don't.
60 seconds.
I saw this illumination that was moving with respect to the stars.
Ooh.
We were smart enough to not say, Houston, there's a light out there that's following us.
Ooh.
So technically it becomes an unidentified flying object.
Ooh.
While Neil and Buzz were on the lunar surface, Neil switched to the medical channel and spoke directly with the chief medical officer, saying, they're here, they're parked on the side of the crater, they're watching us.
God.
I spotted a lot of stuff that seemed to not belong on the moon.
And it has very distinct features of a satellite dish. It's got the dish itself, the crater shape. It's got a long spike that appears to come out of the middle.
A real picture.
All sorts of stuff that looks exactly like the satellite dish on Earth looks.
There's an interesting picture on the moon that does appear to show something that could be a bridge, maybe a pipe, could be an inching worm.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that extraterrestrials could very well have populated or made structures on the far side of the moon.
The reaction of numerous space defense officials.
That's why they've never been back.
Fear and astonishment.
It's been 45 years.
It would make sense that governments and military agencies might well be quaking in their boots, wondering who's built these structures, where are they from, what do they want?
On the moon.
There's one object that reminds people of a cooling tower from a nuclear power plant.
Ooh.
Any species that could travel through the stars enough to put a base on the moon wouldn't have to blink before they could take care of us.
The other thing that is inside this lunar module looks like a woman, and this is the alien that they recovered from the ship.
Oh, come on.
There was a study done by the Brookings Institute in the early 1960s, so before NASA went to the moon. There was sort of this idea that if we were to have any kind of interaction with alien life form or intelligence, that maybe we shouldn't tell the public because the public might not be able to handle it.
Yeah, we'd all panic.
As the 45th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission to the moon dawns, there are many mysteries about man's first lunar landing that remain unsolved.
Listen to this.
What did the astronauts actually encounter there?
Yeah.
And what made NASA stop going back to the moon after Apollo 17? Is there evidence of an alien presence on the moon? And perhaps all around us?
Oh my God.
These startling photographs recently discovered in NASA's official archive were taken by the Apollo astronauts themselves. The gigantic, artificial-looking structures they document, which have never been shown on television before, seem to defy simple scientific explanation.
You gotta remember.
Could this be a nuclear power plant of some kind?
You gotta remember.
A massive satellite dish?
You gotta wait. Be patient. Be patient. Come on. I'm trying to pause and try to. You gotta remember. The moon is only 186,000 miles away, or equivalent to 7 times around the equator of the Earth. The moon is close, people. Close.
And what is happening on the moon?
Listen to this.
Earlier this year, millions of people began poring over this image captured by Google Moon.
Google Moon.
That many major news outlets suggested could be an alien base.
Listen.
Writer Lee Spiegel covered the story for the popular Huffington Post.
Listen to this.
Recently, something came to my attention that someone had used the Google Moon application, and this person zoomed in closer and closer and came up with an image. It's triangular, 2 lines of 7 lights.
Yeah.
Perfectly spaced between each other.
There's lights.
The lights are sitting what looks like a black surface, and then immediately
looks like ceiling lights.
Is a very bright.
What it looks like.
Light.
Looks like a big open door with the ceiling lights when they zoomed up.
Researchers have called this a digital artifact. Others still feel it could be an actual lunar construction.
Is it an installation? We really don't know, other than the fact that it has these angles, it has these bright lights.
Yeah, and it looks like lights, like I'm saying, I'm looking at it. Looks like it's an open door.
Perhaps concern over unexplained images like these is prompting governments to investigate.
And that's what it looks like. A door with ceiling lights.